Okay. So, uh, some of you were asking me for a tutorial for editing and green screen editing and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to open up my Seaside project and we will go through a couple of green screen editing basics. Now I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro as I think I've told everyone. Um, I don't do the other video projects or the other video editors. I am a excuse me excuse me. I'm an Adobe Premiere Pro guy, and so here we are in my project, and we will drag this back to the beginning. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I added. Well, actually, no, I didn't. Okay, so the first thing here is a couple of notes. You will want to always make sure that you use bins when you're doing editing. I'm a big bin guy. It keeps your project and all of your assets in um, in a local area. So if you look right here, you'll see I have a bin called audio, a bin called picture assets, a bin called titles, and video assets. Now, to create a bin, you're going to come down here to the folder where it says new bin. Okay, click on that and it will add a bin here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to label this musical assets. And because I know we're going to do some graphics or special effects, I'm going to do a bin called graphics. Now, um, if you are doing this, I wouldn't add that bin yet because I don't know how those are going to work. But uh, when we set this up, uh, what I did basically was I took my videos, I put them in my video assets down here. You'll see these are all of my video takes that I did. Okay, and I basically viewed them, and you'll see when I click on here, we'll open that up here. Okay, I viewed each one and I played it. Okay, so as I did that, I figured out what I wanted to keep and not keep. And these markers right here will help cut that. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example here. Stop that. And we'll just say that that's a take that I want. You'll see down here is my actual setup and my edit. Um, and so anyway, once I've cut this piece out, I can take it, drop it into my timeline, bam. Now I'm not going to actually use this, but this is for an example. Okay, and then I know that is the take I want. Okay, then I just keep going and doing that until I find, we'll drag this over here, and let's say I want this part over here where I'm looking off camera and I'm looking at checking my script actually, and we'll say I want that. Now technology is changing so fast. Okay, and we'll just assume that that's what I want. And we'll cut that and I'll drop that on the timeline. Make sure you don't overlap them. Okay, so that's basically how I went through and cut my video together. Excuse me. My suggestion is to memorize your script before, well, we'll have it memorized before the end of this, but memorize your script. That way, if you look at all these lines on here, these are all the cuts that I had to do for this first rough cut. My plan is to have the whole script memorized, um, beginning and ending, and then in the middle, I'm going to do something different with audio when I do the graphics. But I am also going to memorize or at least read off of a cue card so that, like Michelle said, if I want to bring in a CG animation or uh, special effects animation, I can do that as well. But that's that. Now, let's talk about actually keying out the green screen. Okay, I don't want that on here anymore. So we'll go up here and we'll just cut, and that way that goes back to that. All right, so when you're green screen, or when you're keying out for green screen, what I'm going to do here is, you'll see, where is my effects panel? There it is, down here. Okay, so video effects. So I'm going to go down here, and you'll see right here it says keying. I'm going to open up that bin, and down here should be a one called Ultra Key. Okay, right there. So we're going to pick this one right here, and I'm going to go to the effects control, and I'm going to drag the Ultra Keying over to the effects control. There you go. You see it says Ultra Key here. Now, what I want to do is I want to key out the background. So the quick way of doing that is to go to the eyedropper right here, go over here to the green, and I click that, and you'll see the background immediately goes away. Now, my lighting actually is really good here, I think. We'll watch it here for a second. Yep. The green, and you'll see there's very little haze, there's no haze almost at all around me. This is a very, very nice key. Part of that is due to, you'll see the light on the shadow or on the edges of me here helps make that defined line from the green. So if I wanted to, how do I, I'll go back here and I'll undo this. So we'll undo that and we'll undo that. Okay, so to get the green out, again, go to the eyedropper, drop there, and you'll see. Now, remember, you're going to have to do this for every time you've cut this video. And you'll see there it is again. So I've got to go back here, and I got to, oh, oh wait, you got to select, sorry. You got to select the video piece you're working on and go through that process again of dragging and dropping that back into the editor, the effects, and key it out. And that's really as simple as it is. Now, some of you may have an issue with shadow. And so in order to take care of the shadow, you're going to come over here, go to alpha channel, and you'll see around the edges here, okay, there's a little white. Now, you'll notice that when I go back to the normal composite, you don't see that. That's because Ultra Key is so powerful, it makes minor adjustments like that, and it actually is much easier for the new editor. Okay, then to drop a, okay, so that's basically it as far as the keying is concerned. If you go to the alpha channel, go down to the alpha channel, and if you guys have some major issues with shadowing, this may or may not show up when you drop your background into place. This probably won't show up when I drop my background into place. If it does, you can make a minor adjustment to that by going down here to matting or matte cleanup, and then the choke or soften or these contrasts, you just adjust it slightly right or left until that shadowing goes away. Okay, so that should be a pretty basic tutorial for you guys there. If you guys have any other questions, let me know, but I wanted to get that basic thing done. Remember to create bins over here for all of the different types of for all of the different types of assets you want to have. Okay, that'll help keep you organized, and it will make life really, really a lot easier as you start adding more and more assets. Okay, but that ultra keying effect, you're going to have to drop into each frame as you go through each of these. Uh, excuse me. Each of these clips here. Okay, so what you could do also is once you have your video all assembled, you could do a render of it, um, which means rendering out as one complete video and then go in and key. The problem with that is that if you have lighting changes, um, in fact, you know what? I wouldn't even do that. I'm not even going to say that because someone's going to make a mistake when they do that. So just go through each clip and edit each clip so that you have a nice clean key for every clip. Okay. The less you have to cut up your video, the easier your keying will be. Okay. So that is everything that I can think of for this video, but I wanted to get this out to you as Sunday I'm going to be taking a short trip and I won't be here Sunday. So I hope that helps. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks.